Okay, let's turn now to John from Tuscaloosa. John, we appreciate you staying up late with us tonight. How are you this evening? John, you with us?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Hey, good evening to you. Go right ahead with your question, if you will.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I was wondering, are there any agencies in the state that can help to assist you with your mortgage payment?
That's a great question.
There is a program through a federal program that's out there, but right now it's been like all the funds are gone. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they're not taking any more applications right now. But there is, but at this point right now, they're just not taking any applications, unfortunately.
So what does someone do if they are in that situation, they're facing that situation? I would assume calling their mortgage company and trying to have a conversation with them?
Absolutely. If you feel like you're facing what we call an imminent default, you know that you're going to have a surgery and you know you're going to be off work for a couple of months, get in contact with your mortgage servicer. They do have programs that are supposed to assist people. They can help them with payment arrangements and things. The worst thing you can do is ignore the situation. Like I said, we do have people that do that, and they come to us after foreclosures actually happen. But the best thing to do is to address it up front. And there are housing counseling also that you can go through. But the mortgage companies are, under federal regulations, they're supposed to help out.
And so if you get in a situation where, yes, I'm behind, I'm going to continue to be behind, but I don't want to throw in the towel, they will work with you, or a lot of them, I'm assuming, will work with you. Now, they're not going to give you anything for free, right? They're going to load it on the back end or somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
But if you, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you just ignore it, then once they foreclose on you, the cost to you just skyrockets, doesn't it? It makes it almost to where you can't, you're underwater.
Right, and I won't say that you can't, because we do.
Because you do.
We
That's
do.
what I didn't.
It just makes it more difficult, and it does cost more. You know, ultimately, it's a lot of heartache for the homeowner. It's a lot of stress, because once they're foreclosed on, they don't know when are they going to be put out of their property.
Right.
But no, if you get ahead of it, and we appreciate when people call us early and say, look, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. You know, and we work with mortgage companies as far as understanding their programs. We know who the investors are. We figure all that out, because you have a servicer, and then you have someone else that actually owns the loan in most cases, like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and then you have the ABC trusts that are private trusts that own them, and they all have guidelines. And so it's helpful. We know those guidelines, and so we're able to guide people and say, look, you have an FHA loan, you have a VA loan. Here's what you should be expecting from your servicer. Call them and tell them what your situation is, but don't ignore it.
You mentioned the word earlier, and a lot of folks may not know forbearance. What exactly is that, and how does that work?
Well, in general, what forbearance means is they take the payments that you owe, and then they just kind of hold them off.
Okay.
And they put them toward the end of the loan in most cases. And that happened a lot during COVID. You heard, I'm sure people have heard of the CARES Act, and then under that act, that's what servicers were doing, and just held everything. And so during that time period, you're not paying anything. You still owe the money.
Right.
It's just going to be addressed later in your loan.
You're still accruing interest on that money, aren't you? Or are you not during that period?
During the COVID forbearance, they were not.
They suspended
There's
it, okay.
different programs, and there are different things for forbearance. So again, it depends on your investor. It depends on what program you're under. But the COVID, no, they were not supposed to be. If they did, somebody call me on that, because that's a problem.
But again, the COVID forbearance period is over, correct?
That is over.
Okay.
That is over. But people are coming out, that have come out of those now, though, are facing, they've got all that money that's owed, and so that can cause your loan to be behind. And it also causes issues with your insurance and your taxes, because those weren't being paid during that time as well. And it can cause more problems.
So when you come out of forbearance, do your monthly payments go back to normal?
They go back to, yes,
They're
it's like you just skip those payments.
Okay.
And then you pick up.
Okay, but it will be a longer process on the end now, because...
Well, you've got either that, or they may have a balloon at the end.
Okay.
But that's why when you come out of forbearance, now you still got to address, hey, I've got $10,000 behind.
Okay.
Is it going to be owed at the end of the loan?
Okay.
Do I need to modify my loan now and put the $10,000 in it, extend my loan a little bit longer?
Yes.
There's programs for all that.
Yes. But it sounds like the takeaway really from tonight is really that communication up front. Don't wait. Don't let it fester. Hop on it as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that goes with everything in the law, because if we know about it and stuff we do, if we
Yes.
know about things, and we can, there's a lot we can do.
Yes.
But when it gets too late,
Yes.
Yeah, it's too late.
You're digging from a
You dig,
hole.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're playing behind.
That's
so
tough. That's tough.